but it's whatever. Alrighty, hello. I guess we're live now, right? Awesome. Love awesome. So let me make sure everything is Taguchi's. So hopefully everything is public, so I don't have to worry about stuff. Should be good. Yeah, looks good. Awesome. So yeah, we are live. Just why is it not showing up here? It's weird. All right, let me sorry, I'm just okay. Yeah, let me copy that real quick. Boop. People in the Discord know I'm live right now. Right. Yeah. All right, cool. Good. So yeah, just coming on for a quick little live stream. I'll only be on for like less than an hour. Just want to make sure. Oh dang. Make sure everything is Taguchi's, and we'll just share it on the tweeters here for a little bit. Oop. Excuse me. Shit. There we are. Cool. Yeah. All right. So we got that out there. All right. Good. People are starting to file in. Hello. How y'all doing today? It's good. It's good. Oh my goodness. Morning. How you doing, Moniki? I'm still finishing up my coffee here. It's the Wanda Gold Can Special. I think it's like Fire Blend or some shit like that. They like to hype it up, but it's basically just coffee with like a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cream versus like, get that coffee hype. I don't know. I always like the Gold Can coffee because it has just the right amount of sugar and cream. Because like I don't like too much like cafe au lait, and in Japan like it's either you get black coffee or you get that cafe au lait latte shit. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got this during orientation. So hey, I'm in college, free shirt, right? Free shirt is always a nice shirt. I'm the MC and I approve this message. But I don't want to get political. So yeah, just decided to do a little live stream for a little less than an hour, just to talk to you guys about some things and just hang out. No biggie. So I've just been doing a lot of thinking about what I want to do on YouTube. And just for the record, this isn't me like saying I'm coming back like soon, because I still have a lot of big projects. So even, if I wasn't burnt out or whatever, like, I'm probably taking a break during this time anyway, just because, gotta get final projects taken care of. Finals, thankfully, I don't have to worry about till the end of this month, but definitely got to get final projects done. Ooh, bulgogi, nice. Very nice. I remember when I visited Seoul, we went to the McDonald's and they had bulgogi burgers. I was like, eh. But yeah, So I've just been doing a lot of thinking about where I want to take myself on YouTube, and you guys have been really nice, leaving all kinds of comments and personal messages and whatnot. So it's really making me think about a lot of things. Because, when I made that video, I was just like so burnt out with everything. And it was one of those things, because like burnout's different for everybody. But like for me, it wasn't that I didn't have any ideas, because I have a fucking list of them, several lists of them actually. So it's not that I was out of ideas or whatever. It was just the yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine to say ideas. That's cool. If anything, I can just put it on the list, and once I'm ready to come back, then we'll get to it. So it's fine. Yeah, it was just a matter of where do I want to focus my energy? Because some people were messaging me saying I should probably take a break from YouTube for a little bit to like really focus on my goals. Because a lot of them felt like YouTube was kind of taking away from the bigger goal and things, which is kind of true, I think. Because especially between doing school full time, doing freelancing, and trying to maintain my own YouTube channels. Like I said in the update video, it's just a fool's errand. And it was just way too much for me to try to maintain, even on a light upload schedule for each channel. It was just it's just too much. And plus, it'd be one thing like if I didn't have school to worry about or whatever. Yeah, just busy life. I like to keep busy though. That's kind of part of the problem actually. It's just I like to keep myself busy. I always say like I'm my mother's son. I'm like a workaholic. So like when I'm not busy is usually when a lot of the anxieties and a lot of the problems and stuff with me start cropping up. I end up thinking too much about things. And then when I start working again, it's like, I kind of have that sense of purpose again. And, those problems kind of fall by the wayside as I work on stuff. So usually I like to surround myself with a whole bunch of projects and things to work on, so I don't have to think about that stuff. But, I can only do so much before even I'm like, fuck, man, I need a break or something. And, especially with the semester coming to a close and me still not entirely sure what's going on with the visa status. Because, right now I've said, I want to do the job hunting visa. But there's also a possibility of me being able to get a self-sponsored visa through the company I work at, because they're looking into sponsoring me and just seeing how they can on their end. Just talking with immigration and stuff like that. It'd be a lot easier if I had that bachelor's degree. I'll be honest. It'd make the process a lot more smooth. But with just an associate's, there's only so much they can do, and you have to like really go through some hoops to just stay here and exist. Yeah. And they're very willing to do it for sure. I talked with the head guy, and he definitely wants me to work for him like full time, basically. And I'm more than willing to do it, because it's working with video. It's like what I do, It's what I be. Like even before I came on this live stream, I was working on a new Eric Mealtime video. So that's gonna be coming out. I just finished the montage segment, and yeah, it's for like a new sushi sashimi place. So that's gonna be coming out soon. But yeah, it's like, yeah, keep me busy. It's just I lost my train of thought. Maybe I need some more coffee. I don't know. Probably not. I'll get caffeine headaches if I drink anymore. Aside from this, but. All right, that one's tapped out, so that one's good to go. But yeah, so I've just been taking this time to just kind of pump the brakes a little bit as far as making my own content. Try to figure out like what I want to do, and just talk with some of my good friends about things. And one of the things that they brought up, that it was something I was thinking of without really thinking about it, if that makes any sense. But one of the things they brought up was, for the past going on 15 years now, the main focus of, my overall, the Andy San brand, all my channels, was my own life and just what I was doing. And that's all fine and dandy for a while, but over time, it becomes this thing where you end up commoditizing every aspect of your life, and you end up thinking in terms of, how can I make money off of this for like everything, whether it's playing video games or, learning a new hobby or, whatever. I had the mindset of being able to monetize everything, because there's money in everything as far as that kind of stuff goes, and making videos, because, I could show the process of me learning Japanese. I can do the process of me playing video games and doing this. Yeah, how to order coffee in katakana. Hot coffee, onegashimasu. See, I'm better than someone who is totemo desu yo ne. But yeah, and that was actually a series I was thinking about doing, was kind of showing you like, like the process of me learning Japanese, because everybody likes to flex their the Nihongo-ness online, but they don't really show the process of somebody who, let's be honest, like my Japanese is piecemeal at best. I know words, but it's hard for me to connect them in a nice, coherent way. So, like I can get by on most things, and I understand some things, but there's still a lot that I need to know, especially if I want to live out here long term. But I also realized that learning Japanese is a very big investment in time, especially when I tried to learn it seriously when I was out in Michigan. Welcome back, Ish. Yeah, I realized that Japanese is something that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort. And if I really want to like take it seriously, I got to be willing to commit that time and effort. So it's not something I can just, turn on the Duolingo and like study 4 or 5 kanji a day and, oh my God, my Nihongo is quite Jozu. It don't work that way. Yeah. I think I'll stick with the Genki textbooks over that guy. So. Yeah, John-san wa, Mary-san wa, Takeshi-sensei wa. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Bring back the old Genki PTSD, let me tell you. But yeah, so for me to like really get serious with language learning, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, they're kind of different. I mean, obviously, one has more skill than the other, but it's also in terms of, what type of speech and stuff like that. And coming over here to Robert Jammer, I feel. Yeah, totally. Totally. But yeah, it's just a matter of putting in the time and the effort. And while I'm in school, it's not something I really have time for. And I know there's a lot of people online who like to, do dick measuring contests based on how much kanji they know. They're all, it's like that meme of like, oh, you love Japan? You live in Japan? Name every kanji. It's like, oh, you don't know anything? It's like, in what other community does that happen? Like, you don't see like, the Mexican community in America being like, yo, Holmes, how much English you know, eh? I know 200 words. My cousin, he's 12. He knows 300. It's like, that shit doesn't happen. You know, it's just a fucking dumbass dick measuring contest to make expats feel good about their lives when they're in a fucking deadbed marriage, and you know they can't understand their kids, and they're in a fucking dead end job. I'm just being real with y'all. So, I don't mind going back to language school. Yeah, totally. You know, like I think you know, once I get this whole, you know, GI Bill school thing taken care of, you know, I wouldn't mind going to language school, you know, once I'm ready to really commit to learning Japanese. But, you know, like I said, it's something you got to be willing to sink a lot of time into. So I can't just, you know, study a few words here and there on the side and expect to, you know, get good at the language. You know, if I want to do this, I want to do it right. You know, set good building blocks, set a good foundation for it. I just don't want half-ass it anymore, like I've been doing. So, um, but I guess, you know, for those of you wondering, like, how much Japanese do you need to know in order to come out here? You know, the ultimate answer is, well, it depends. You know, obviously, if you're moving to a big city like Tokyo, especially Tokyo in particular, because it's the most like foreign-friendly city in Japan, you don't really even need to know like any Japanese, to be honest with you. You know, obviously, the more Japanese you know, the better your time will be, because a lot more stuff will be open to you, and you'll understand things better. And you know, depending on how good your Japanese is, you may be able to, you know, make some friends and stuff like that, and that's cool. Yeah, Tokyo area just barely enough to get by. That's, you know, that's like the bare minimum requirement. Now, I'm not saying to like forego learning Japanese at all. Like, again, you know, I'm definitely a proponent for learning the language, but I just don't want people to be intimidated of, you know, oh, I got to learn all this kanji and stuff before I even set foot in Japan because I'm not going to understand anything, and they're all going to laugh at me. It's going to be hot scotchy. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. They're all going to laugh at me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I really like those types of channels. You know, there was one where it wasn't Japanese, but it was this girl learning how to play guitar. I've unsubscribed a while ago just because, you know, I kind of got bored with it, but that's just me. But I did like the initial process of her like literally learning from the ground up, like chords and, you know, like really basic stuff. And you know, after a while, she would do like song comparisons. Like she would try to learn how to play a song when she was first starting, then like maybe a year later, then another year later, something like that. And it was really cool to see something like that. Hear from any of those editing jobs from the YouTube posts? Nah, sadly, they never got back to me, unfortunately. So, but you know, keep my eyes open. There's always gigs popping up, so you never know. But you know, with this possible full-time job coming up with the company I'm working at, you know, I could definitely. Geez, sorry. Updates on like for your program. I actually got a little bit of an update yesterday when I was talking with my academic advisor. He said that they had to go and revise some paperwork for it, but basically they're aiming to get it started in the summertime. So it's pretty much just confirming what I already knew. So it's not like it's like new news. It's just, you know, officially confirmed news, I guess. Easy viewing, book openings. Yeah, those videos tend to do pretty good. You know, when I was when I first got out to Japan, I had like fuck all for money, so like that was just strictly survival during that time, which is kind of unfortunate because I ended up, you know, not going to a lot of social events and stuff like that when I first got to Japan, back before old Kelowna Chan World Tour kicked off. South Warrior plans right at my time. Oh yeah, totally. So basically, I would just care about the election. Yeah, probably not. I mean, they might like know it exists, or you know, they may just, I don't know. It's kind of a peripheral sort of thing. which is nice, you know, because I'm not completely consumed by it. Yeah, probably. But I don't want to get political on this channel because that's not what this is about. So I don't want my stream taken down because YouTube's been doing that kind of shit. You know, I've seen a lot of other platforms like mute that type of content. So yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, just like with my own, yeah, I don't know. Just the world we live in now. Sad. Yeah, right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm doing pretty good money-wise right now. And once you know, this full-time job and stuff kicks off, you know, if I'm able to do it full-time and get that self-sponsored visa, then we could really kick it off. And even if I'm not able to get the self-sponsored visa, I can still get the job hunting visa, which will allow me to stick around for 6 months and extend it for an additional 6 months if need be. So it'll give me an extra year out here in Japan, and hopefully by then the fucking 4-year program will be good to go. Because if not, fuck it, I'm leaving. More planning to close. Video on the dentist in Japan. Oh, actually, the dental work's been done. That was the video I was going to work on next for Any Japandy until old burnout happened. And I even like got the receipts and everything so I can calculate like just exactly how much it was altogether. And wanted to film some stuff of the dental clinic I went to. Yeah, totally. But the thing with dentists out here, it's not like it is back in America where, I mean, depending on how much work you need, but most of the time in America, you might have to go in like maybe once or twice and it's done. Like with here, it's like they go in, like do one little thing, and then, you know, you leave for like 2 weeks, then come back, and they do one little thing again, and you leave and come back in 2 weeks, and they, you know, it just keeps on going. Oh shit, man, you can get that easy. It's actually really cheap for that. That's about 2,200, so about $20 for cleaning out here. Yeah. So hope you've been flossing. Yeah, it's cheap as hell, man. Halt. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And just like the overall process, like I haven't like calculated it out entirely. I just have the receipts, but I'm guessing, considering how many visits I was there, is probably 200 or less altogether for a like a pretty big sized filling, or it's like a cap. I don't know the technical terms, but so the idea I had for a video when you're off is 20 biggest regrets after moving to Japan. 20, damn, that's a lot. I don't know if I could do 20 because I don't have that many regrets. But I could definitely do like a video talking about my biggest regrets. Yeah, I'd say 5 is probably good. I could come up with 5. That's pretty easy. Yeah. Yeah, Japanese insurance isn't too bad. I think it's like like 45. I'm trying to do the conversion. I think it's like $45 a month. Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely the top 2. Like if I had to, and I'm probably gonna be killing my watch time for that video, but fuck it, nobody's gonna watch this that far in advance. But yeah, I definitely packed way too much clothes. Like I thought, you know, especially considering my size, that I wouldn't be able to find clothes out here, which is kind of sort of true. You know, if you go to H&M, which I know some people hate because of fast fashion, but if you go to H&M, they have like proper American sizes, so you know, I'll be able to find something. For ladies, it's probably like way worse because even like the super XL stuff is like slightly under average for an American woman's size. Yeah. But thankfully you can get a lot of stuff off of Amazon. That's where I got like pants and a belt and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Like even like their biggest size is like the slim fit for most people, you know, like God, I remember when I was getting out of the Navy and I had to get like really nice slacks and everything, and I didn't have enough time to order it off of Amazon JP. So I had to go to the Uniqlo store and get some, and I got like the biggest slacks that I could get, and they were still like really tight. So it was just enough for me to squeeze my fat ass in. But yeah, I'll show that one. Gaijin Hunter stories. I haven't really gone out that much to really get a couple good ones, but it seems like every time I'm in or around Kabukicho, there's always people wanting to approach me, you know, because they see foreigner and it's like, oh my God, we got to get all his money. So, you know, you see like some fucking Oyaji be like, hello, hello, hello. And I got my headphones in and I just like ignore them, like, whatever. Or like, I remember one time, it was actually the time when I filmed that Shinjuku Prince Hotel tour video. Yeah, really the English lessons on a gacha, please. Right. Yeah, totally. But I mean, I could start speaking in slang and they'll be like, nani sore? Nani sore? Nani sore? 英語は難しいですね。ちょっと、英語がわかりますか？マジで？そっか。You know, something like that. So that'll usually kind of get them off the beaten path, which a lot of slang and idioms and stuff like that has kind of been beaten out of a lot of English teachers around here. And it's something I notice. I don't know, maybe you'll notice it when you get out here after a while. It's just a lot of the English teachers out here don't speak in idioms or slang. Have I been turned away from a place because Japanese only? There have been signs. I remember when Colonial Channel World Tour first hit, there was a restaurant in particular when I was living out in Nakano Shimbashi that refused foreigners. You know, they had like the no foreigners sign on their door. And then later on, they just refused inside service altogether when Kinkyu Jitai hit. For Family Mart had signs? I've never gone to a Family Mart that had those types of signs. You know me, I like to hit up my Family Marts. Maybe that might be the case in like some really like foreign-centric places, but even then, that would be like a complete shitstorm. Yeah, maybe in like the Inaka or something like that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I never saw it. But yeah, there were definitely restaurants that had the Japanese only and shit like that on there. And it's like that. I don't know if it's like that today in the Haunch, but it was like that out in the Haunch when I was stationed out there. Like there'd be, you know, the American side and there'd be like the Japanese side. It was separated by Blue Road. Blues Road. So there'd be like all the American-centric restaurants and bars and like the Haunch, as we'd call it. And then there'd be like the other side, which would be more like, you know, Japanese restaurants, you know, izakayas, yakiniku, tabi hodai type places. Best 7-Eleven, Lawson's, or Family Mart. In terms of food, I'd say Family Mart's definitely really up in its game. You know, for like lunch and supper, I always go to like Family Mart. Sometimes I go to Lawson's. Lawson's had this Hamburg steak bento that was really good, but I guess that was a promotional thing, so they don't have it anymore. Sucks. I fucking love that Hamburg steak set. It was awesome. I had to get rid of it. Fucking A. But yeah, with 7-Eleven, I always go to 7-Eleven for breakfast because they have tuna fish sandwiches, and they also have like this chicken sandwich that's like full of like, you know, chicken and all kinds of toppings and shit. It's just a really, you know, densely packed sandwich. Has there some grocery stores? Oh, nice. Yeah, so for me, breakfast, 7-Eleven, lunch or supper, Family Mart, I'd say. Lawson's has some decent stuff. At least the one around here does. But whenever I go into the Lawson's nowadays, it's just like, oh man, what happened to you guys? Yeah, the fried chicken. I say the Lawson's one's probably a little better because it's a lot less oily than the Fami Chicky. Fami Chicky's good when you're drinking stuff. Like if you're not drinking, it's not really that good. Yeah, it's not healthy at all. God no. If I had to quarantine next month, can only grocery shop twice in 2 weeks. Fuck, dude. That's kind of hard to do in Japan because like most of their shit doesn't have preservatives in it, so you can't shop like you can back in America, where you just stock up for like a week or 2 weeks, and then just go from there. Like, you might be able to get away with like 3 days at best, unless you get a bunch of canned food or something like that. Oh, if I can only eat convenient food. Yeah, I ain't working out. The old Corona chubs got me. Plus, I don't want to go to gyms right now. Sorry, Jim. Yeah, just right now, it's not a good time to go to gyms. But once things kind of start settling down and I kind of know a bit more about my visa situation, then we'll be able to take it from there. But, oh yeah, I go out for like walking, bike riding, stuff like that. I've been trying to do that a bit more. Really helps with the old burnout, for sure. But if I can only eat convenient food for 2 weeks, what I get? Usually I get like the tonkatsu set. It's pretty good. Yeah, good card, yeah. And it's one of those things where like, if you just do it, like you don't have to like fucking kill yourself running full sprint doing that shit. Like, when I was out in North Carolina getting ready to come out to Japan before Clone Chain World Tour was even a thing, I made sure to like properly train myself so that way I'd be ready for long walks. Because that's how it is in Japan. You don't just like hop in your car and go to the store and that's all the walking you do for the day, like back in Mercagen land. So I had to make sure my feet and everything were all trained so I could do the long walks. And like I lost 30 pounds just because one of the things that I did was I walked. There was like this long sidewalk that went from my house in North Carolina to this little intersection across from the Walmart, and there and back was 4 miles, and I did that every day, just walking, not even like jogging or sprinting or any of that shit, just nice casual walk. Did that, drank a little bit more water. That's about it, really. I still ate like shit, but even still, I lost like 30 pounds because for a while there, especially when I was getting a little hot and heavy with the video editing, I was closing in like 270 pounds. Like I was getting to be a heckin' chunker. And I've fluctuated in weight most of my life, but usually I just had to buy like a new pair of pants, and it's a lot easier to buy like 2 or 3 new pairs of pants versus like 15 or 20 shirts. And some of my shirts weren't starting to fit anymore. And I was like, this is a problem. So that's when I was like, okay, time to get off my fat ass and do something. So I just did that, lost 30 pounds, and came here. I was actually on my way to getting back to my weight when I was in the Navy last. So I was getting to 235. Then Clone Chain World Tour kicked off, and stayed inside a lot more and ended up gaining 20 pounds back. So it is what it is. But I know I can lose it again, so I'm not like too hard on myself right now. So it's just a matter of, when things clear up a bit more, and once my own situation is a bit more clear, then I'll be able to do a proper like workout and stuff. But yeah, excuse me, for Halloween, I guess there were like large gatherings out in Shibuya and stuff like that. I stayed home. And I'm just like, I don't want to bother with that shit, you know? That's just fucking asking for trouble. So, but yeah, there was like a whole big fucking anti-mask gathering and all kinds of kooky shit going on. So, yeah, I brought new clothes and sized down so I can bring them to Japan. Anticipation some chub. That's cool. Again, with clothes, that's one of my big regrets was bringing too much shit as far as clothes go. Realistically, I probably should have brought like 2 weeks worth of clothes. As far as like shirts and stuff like that go. For me, I don't dress in layers, so I just go through like a shirt a day instead of like 2 or 3 like some people do if they wear layers. That's cool. Do they have antibodies tests? Oh, for Clone-chan? Maybe? I don't know. I think so. It's just not really something I wanted to look into. Yes, I did take my multivitamin, actually. And I got some stuff from iHerb, actually, for some probiotics, because they don't really have probiotics out here. It's they have like stuff for like gastrointestinal pain and shit like that. They got like fucking shelves of that shit. Focus. Okay. But yeah, probiotics are kind of hard to find out here. So I just ordered them off of iHerb. Yeah, iHerb's pretty good. So I ordered that, and I got some melatonin too, because for me, especially during the winter months, it's hard for me to stay asleep. Like I can go to sleep like really easily, but it's hard for me to like stay asleep because I end up just waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. And going back to sleep and just that interrupted sleep kind of fucks with my head a little more. So I got some melatonin, so hopefully that'll start balancing out. No, I'm still in class. I'll be in class until the first week of December. That's finals, and that's it. So I only got like a month left. So yeah, no pressure. No pressure. Any plans for the holidays? Yeah, staying in Japan. Ordering KFC for Christmas. Actually, yes, I am. Because I remember when I first heard about this whole Kentucky Christmas thing, when I was out in Yokosuka, I thought it was just the funniest thing. I'm like, really? KFC? So I ordered like the big Christmas set because I was going to like surprise my roommates too and to be like, Merry Christmas, have some KFC. But like they didn't understand, they didn't know the whole Kentucky Christmas thing. So they were just like, KFC? Why the fuck are you eating KFC for Christmas? Like, what? You're weird. Anyway, we're going to go to base and get some Popeye's chicken or something like that. I was like, there's chicken right here. So I ended up like eating the whole thing and feeling like shit. So yay, Christmas. I'm out of quarantine with Christmas. Yeah, totally. Yeah, KFC is it's not as popular as it used to be. Like back in the 70s and 80s, that was like a really big deal. But yeah, nowadays it's still a thing, but it's not as much of a thing. But yeah, I'll still get a Christmas set or whatever. But when I first heard about it, I also heard that like some people have to like pre-order their Kentucky Christmas sets like weeks in advance. And I'm like, Jesus, this is going to be crazy. So I just went to my local KFC, which is like right across the street from where I lived in Yokosuka. And I just stood in line and I was in and out in like 2 or 3 minutes because they had already like prepped a bunch of shit. So I just said, just set A or whatever it was. And like, all right, cool. Like literally as soon as I got out of line after I paid, it's like, okay, here's your set. I was like, oh, cool. That was quick. But yeah, Thanksgiving, that my tooth. Yeah, I didn't really have anything for that. Actually, for Thanksgiving, I'm going to go visit some of my friends. One of my friends, she recently came back to Japan as well. And she's throwing like a big party. So we're going to be doing a little Thanksgiving get together over there. National Holiday Thanksgiving. You can actually get turkeys and stuff from there, but yeah, good luck fitting that shit in the fucking little toaster oven. Can't even fit a fucking chicken in there. So, but yeah, you can get like the big meats there if you have the means to cook it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to a little get together with some friends for Thanksgiving. American holiday shows. I think they live stream it on YouTube. Like I don't have like regular ass TV, you know. Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, quickly had to pull the band hammer on that guy. Ain't about that life, you know. Like I said with the shadow bands, like I don't even want to attempt it, you know. Yeah, Japanese TV is very confusing for most people. It's literally just going out and like eating stuff and saying like how good it is. Like there's never a Japanese TV show where they go out and like eat something and it's either it's okay, it's whatever, mane, or like it's completely fucking gross, like Kasa! Although that would be kind of funny if they did that and they went to like the world's worst restaurants and just ate like some really shitty food. They were like just throwing up and like it's terrible. During core teammates and video games. Yeah, it's pretty much all you can do, really. Just play some video games, watch some videos by your favorite YouTuber, like, comment, subscribe. Yay, click. If I'm back from hiatus by then. Hopefully I will be. I don't know. Still too early to tell. Yeah. Yeah, like I said earlier, Japanese is like something you really have to invest some time in. So it's not like, just, get really into it for like 2 weeks and I'll have it down. It's like, it's going to take some time. And even after you get like kind of good at it, you still have to like maintain those skills and continue to like work up. Like I watch channels like Loretta from Kumushi-chan, and even with her like god tier Jozu-ness, she's still like, I still have so much to learn, work on, and there's still like stuff that she struggles with too. And I'm just like, fuck, man, you're like the most Jozu person I know. And if you're struggling with shit, it's like, man, Yeah, totally. Yeah, she is top tier, man. I've been following her for fucking years, man. Way back in the day. I remember she did like a little reaction to like some of her old videos, and I'm like, man, I remember when that video first came out. Shit, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's also part of the Boulder Shoulder crew. He's like 7 feet tall and like 6 feet wide at the shoulders. Just fucking built like a brick shit house. Like ain't nobody gonna fuck with Buchan. Buchan ain't nothing to fuck with. Oden, not really. Especially like nowadays with what's going on. Really don't want to risk it. Yeah, but like out in Japan, like even the food that looks gross might end up actually tasting pretty good. I'm just doing it, especially I'm just doing it for safety reasons, or not doing it rather. Yeah, COVID days, it's a little risky business. Obviously, if that wasn't a factor, I'd probably at least try it once just to say I did. Yeah, exactly. It'd be one thing if you like go to a restaurant or something, they make it for you there, but yeah, it's a little chotto, I guess to say. Onsen. Say onsen or oden? Because I think if I tried onsen, okay. Oh, okay, so you were right. Really? Man, I don't watch American football. I'm not into that stuff. Yeah. You know, um, so Moniki, it's too bad that the Texan in Tokyo website is down because Grace wrote like a terrific article about being in an onsen. Um, yeah, she's not fat or anything, but just she talked a lot about her insecurities, being naked in front of a bunch of other people. And when she was there, it's like they kind of melted away because like everybody was naked. People who were in shape, people who were out of shape, people who were young, people who were old, fat, skinny. Yeah, that was like my favorite article of hers. Was talking about her onsen experience, and it kind of made me a lot more comfortable with, well, not just that, but just comfortable in my own skin, better or worse. Having me naked. Yeah, it's a little awkward. It's like, oh hey, you gave me that fami chiki, sashiburi. What's up? You want to wash my back? Jesus. Yeah, that's not awkward at all. Wow, that's a twist. Yeah, that's pretty bold. It's like, man, how old was she? Send the stuff from Japan. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's why. I was gonna say if she was like in her 20s or something like that shit would never happen. But once you get in your 30s, man, it's sad to say, and I don't like saying it because it's very very sexist, but kind of is what it is. But yeah, when we get in the 30s, man, especially out here, it's like you hear the Mario music when your time is running out. It's like da 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 da. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Fucking. I remember some of my friends were like that. When they started getting older, it's like, oh, I gotta start having some kids and shit. Which I understand, but I think it's just the world has become too fixated on youth. Me, I definitely do want kids eventually, but I just want to make sure that financially I'm in a good spot because I don't want my kids to go through what I went through as a kid. With my mom just working her fucking ass off for not a whole lot of money and having like $20 to spend on groceries for the whole week for everybody. It's not a good place to be. Nice. Well, being in the Inaka could get a little. I don't know. Like I like being on the outskirts versus like straight up Inaka. That's why I like living out in Kawasaki. Because I'm not in like Kawasaki City. I'm just like on the outskirts, just on the other side of Tamagawa. So like I'm pretty close to Tokyo, but I'm far enough away to where it's not fucking jam packed all the time. So my kids I can parent better than my parents. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm kind of getting to that point of it would have to depend on my wife. Just if she's able to do and handle a lot of the responsibilities for the kids. Because I'm kind of, as I'm getting older, like I'm getting almost a little too comfortable being single and no kids. Like I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm doing now. But I do definitely want kids. It's just, again, like I said, I got to get my financials in order because I don't want to raise them on $20 a week for food and shit. Not that I want to be like super rich and spoil them and stuff, but it's just, I don't want them to go through what I went through as a kid. Yeah, right. Well, if you teach your kids how to game, get some quality mommy time, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing nowadays with parents who game. It's like, yeah, exactly, teach kids how to farm stuff. Big brain time. See, back in my day, we'd have, I mean, you could do it for chores too. Like instead of, cleaning stuff or whatever, you could have them like farm however much, Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's smart. Smarter deaf, yeah. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to like have an AI child. It's almost like those AI girlfriends. It's kind of crazy. So the plan for today is, and I have to get off here in a few minutes, but um, just go through some classes, do some laundry because I'm in desperate need of some laundry being done, and got to work on a video for Excerpt 6, and then I got to work on a video for class, and that's pretty much it. So, people have to quarantine 14 days of flying into here. Yeah, that's kind of the standard all around, actually. I mean, like the video I shared in the Discord, um, they have to quarantine, and it's where they're at because they're coming from Japan into China, and like they have like armed guards and shit like that outside the hotel just to make sure people don't sneak out. I don't think you have to worry about that in Japan, but yeah, so like they're definitely stuck there for yeah. So anyway, they're gonna wrap up this stream. Just want to do a little recap and then we'll end things here. So yes, I'm still on hiatus. Yeah, thanks, Monkey. Yes, I'm still on hiatus. Don't know when I'm gonna be coming back for real, for real. Just been doing a lot of thinking about where I want to go on YouTube and where I want to take my channels and stuff like that. And really appreciate you guys' comments and messages and everything. Definitely keep them coming if you have some ideas for videos. Even though I'm on hiatus, I'm definitely still taking video ideas for sure. So when I come back, I can, pump them out. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So anyway, with all that said, guys, this is the Andy San. Signing for now. As always and forever, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.